everyone, this is Bridge. Today we're going to take a look at the NECA Prometheus Holographic Engineer in chair suit. And here's the packaging and everything. I've decided I'm going to start opening NECA figures before I start filming, just in case there's something wrong with the stuck joint or something. That way I don't look like an idiot and snap it on camera. So, as you see, well, I'm going to pause. Read sideways. Can't really get it framed good. Position that I'm in. But here is this figure, and put it back here. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Let's, oh, come on now, stand up. You've been standing up for a full day now. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna be honest. Completely mixed on this guy via the paint. I really like translucent plastic. But just like the blue speckles, just don't do it for me. Let me just zoom in here. Look at this. It's just blue speckles. Just I like the translucence of of the plastic in the hands and everything. I like how it gets like a deep blue as you go further in. Gives it a really nice holographic effect. But these speckles, I don't know what the hell these are. It's like somebody was just like chewing paint and just vomited all over this damn thing. I know this isn't just a paint defect, they all look like this, so. I mean, I was hoping it would look okay in person, because the pictures kind of look like shit, but no, it looks like shit in person. However, the sculpt is really nice. But this is just a repaint of the very first engineer from Wave 1, which is the engineered chair suit. As you can see right there, it's just a repaint of that guy. So if you've got this guy, there's really no reason to buy this one unless you just like the look of this. Now, I really do like translucent plastic, but this just does not come off that way. Get my heavy duty light here. And you can barely see through it, so you can barely see through it. And that sucks. Like translucent plastic, you should be able to put a bright ass light like this behind and see through it. At least on the edges, and you can't do that because of the paint and just how it gets darker. But the main reason I bought this guy was for my diorama that I'm making, which I'll show you when it's done. But I bought just for the accessory. Just for the accessory, because it comes with a little ampule. And you open it up, you can see the little thing that David actually... Oh, here's the lens. You open it up, you actually see the little thing that David uses to infect a hallway with. So that's really neat. And you just, where's the seam? Like that. Bam. There we go. And it's sealed. So, pardon me. The accessory is really nice. This is going to look at my display, really good in my display. But the figure, I don't know. I mean, I think he'll look fine if I stick him in the back. Have him in a nice running pose, where he's like this. Just like he is in the movie when he's in this form, If I can get him to stand upright. I'll have to get those NECA stands are a must for this guy if I want to pose him. Because he's just so heavy. I have so much trouble with engineer legs, it's not even funny. I just cannot get them to pose. Okay, well, it looks nice. That looks really nice, actually. So yeah, I like this a lot, that pose, but I'm not a big fan of the paint. Not a big fan of the paint, though. Like I said, I only bought this for my diorama because it's accessory. So let's go ahead and put David right beside of him. And as you can see, even with his big-ass bubble on, he is still smaller than the engineer. Matter of fact, if we take... Oh, don't fall over. If we take this off... he's a lot smaller. And, taking account this guy's actually crouched with his knees. So, really, he should be about right. Well, he should be off camera right now. Just barely off camera. So, yeah, it's a pretty tall figure, so you get your money's worth that way. You only pay $20 for this. And, I was surprised that NECA did not do these engineers as deluxe figures. They just did them as normal figures. I guess that's why they lost so much money online, because not a lot of people bought them, and they didn't sell them for a premium like they probably should have. But oh well, at least we got a David before it closed. But anyway, I don't know if I can recommend this figure. I don't know. It all depends, if you want this, then go for it, I guess. I'll tell you what, that you just don't even bother. Don't even bother getting is this guy, the pressure suit holographic one, because his speckles are even worse from the pictures I've seen. And he does come with this accessory as well, so if you buy them both, you get 2 of these. I almost did that, but I'm like, just stick one of these on the display. They'll get the message. I didn't feel like spending another $20 on a figure I didn't want just to get another one of these. But you also figured, put this guy in a running pose in the back, because the diorama I'm doing is basically the uphill room with the hammer peeds and everything, right? So, put this guy around the back in a running pose. It would look nice in there, As long as you don't get up real close to him, look like, oh, it looks like somebody vomited blue paint all over him. Ugh. But, yeah, just one thing I have a little bit of a problem with, like, this is soft rubber. I think because it's translucent, it's a little softer than it should be. I mean, this feels like it's paper thin, but it's not. But it feels like it is because it bends that easy, and I'm worried about the durability of that if you pose it too much. So yeah, this is definitely when you're gonna pose once, leave it in that pose, and be done with it. Also, you can't get too much range of motion out of this guy because all the pipes and shit will break. I mean, you'll have to jerk them really hard in order to break them, but that's still something that, is a very limited, a downside to this figure. Yeah, big downside to this figure. So I like the translucence of his hands. I wish the whole figure was like this. I mean, it's cool how it goes darker in the feet. I like that. I wish it was like a fading effect instead of just like speckled. But oh well. I'm content with this figure, but I don't know if I can recommend you spend $20 on this. There's a lot more figures that you can buy for $20 that are a hell of a lot better than this. So, I'm going to say give this guy a pass, because, yeah, I mean, his accessory is really, really cool, and it's the only way you can get that accessory is if you buy one of the holographic engineers, but I don't think the guy's worth it. Just the paint job is... The speckles don't do it for me. Anyways, that's going to be it for now. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this figure, what you think about these other figures, and yeah, let me know if you're buying any of these NECA figures. Have any questions, comments, or surge, I'll try and answer them down there below, and yeah, Beerzino out.